Welcome to class. This is a slow flow called warm embrace. I feel like there's nothing like a warm embrace when you need it, a nice big hug. And this is going to be a nice big hug to yourself. So we'll move slow with control as always, but get into a lot of the areas that are typically neglected, and it's like a nice big hug for yourself. I will show options with a block if you'd like to use it. So we'll start with an option to place your sacrum on the block, bringing it to that low or mid-level. Feel the rest there and allow the back to release in a sense. Reach the hands up to the sky, pull back on your right fingers. And now turn the fingers forward, but keep pulling down on them as you bend your elbow to bring it next to your torso. Notice your inhale. Feel the exhale leave. Reach the hands back to the sky. Pull back on your left fingers. We're preparing the wrists before we bear weight on them. Switch the fingers towards the front of the room. Bend your elbow, bring it next to you, but continue to pull down. Feel the ribs expand with your breath. Release the hands, bring them next to you. Push into the feet, engage your glutes, and lift the hips. You can slide the block off to the side. Once you're steady in your bridge with the low back being long, reach the hands to the sky, interlace the fingers, and press up into the knuckles. Think about the space in between the shoulder blades and try to push that area down into your mat, like you're doming the upper back. Then lower the spine slowly. Keep doming in the upper back, bring the mid back down, curl the tailbone up, low back and pelvis. And now dome more, push up to the sky. Keep the neck long. Big inhale. Exhale. All right, slowly release the hands, but bring them, or lower them, bring them behind the head now, with the fingers still interlaced. Leaving the feet down, pull the elbows up towards the sky so you're hugging them in. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your shoulder blades off your mat. Take your left hand to the right ribs and hug them in, and see if that allows you to lift up more. Like you're giving yourself a nice hug, but it's reminding you to draw the abdominals down into the mat. The hand comes back behind the head, lower down, inhale. Exhale and come up. Head's heavy in the hands. The right hand comes to drape around over to the left ribs. Pull in, give yourself that hug as you lift up. Then hand comes behind the head, lower down, inhale. Exhale and come up. Left hand comes to the right ribs, pull in. Lift your right knee up and over your right hip, and then extend the right leg to the sky. Just pay attention to your foot as you point and flex, point and flex. Bend your right knee, set your right foot down, hand behind the head, lower down, inhale. Exhale to come up. Right hand drapes across, it hugs in. Left knee lifts up and over the left hip. You could always leave it there or extend the leg. Then point and flex. Just moving through, it'll pull on the front of the leg, the fascia there, and the back. Warming up the ankles, the foot. Bend your left knee, set your left foot down, hand behind the head, lower down, inhale. Exhale and come up. It's our last one. Left hand to the right ribs, pull in. Right knee over the right hip, extend your right leg. Now we'll turn to the right. You have an option, you're keeping the right foot flexed, to reach the left hand past the right leg. Lift up off the right shoulder blade if you can. Then hand comes behind the head, come back to center. Right foot lowers down, lower down, inhale. Exhale and come up. Right hand drapes around. Give yourself that hug, the embrace. Left knee over the left hip. Extend the left leg to the sky. Stay there. Or maybe you turn. Well, everyone turn. And then reach. Maybe you reach the right arm. You can always plant your right foot and drag it back towards you for more support. Bring yourself back to center, hand behind the head. Lower your left foot down and lower down. Wiggle the feet a little bit wider and let your knees go to the left. Take your left hand to your right ribs, again like you're hugging. Draw them down as you reach the right arm up. So you can give this little assist to keep drawing the ribs down as the right arm reaches, make more space on that right side. Knees go back to the sky and over to the right. Right hand drapes across, your nice hug, pull in, hugging the ribs down. Left arm reaches past the ear. Notice your breath in and out. Knees go back to the sky, pull them in, and then we'll come forward onto hands and knees. Wrist under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. On your inhale, pull the hands and the knees towards one another and take your tailbone towards the sky. You're still supporting with your core. Then round and curl, push the hands and the knees apart from one another. That a few more times. Noticing that nice articulation of the spine. Now continue that as you slide your left leg out to the left. You're going to repeat the cat-cows, but now changing what's happening in the hips. And pause in a neutral position. Right arm reaches up. Exhale and thread. Reach up and thread. One more time. We'll pause this time. The right shoulder comes down. You can also, if the shoulder doesn't meet the ground, use your block to support your head. Notice your inhale and your exhale. This left hand could reach forward. It could stay right where it is. Slowly push up onto both hands. Bring your left knee in, cat-cow here. Feeling the difference in the sides of the body. Come back into neutral. Right leg goes to the right. The heel lines up with the knee. Couple movements here. Noticing especially how the pelvis moves, how that changes the pull on your right hamstring, right inner thigh. Come back to neutral. The left arm reaches up. Exhale and thread. Reach. Push into the right hand. Exhale and thread. One more. This one, pause and hold. Again, that option is to bring the block underneath the side of the head or all the way down to the mat. Breathe fully. Exhale completely. Slowly begin to push yourself back up to the hands and the knees. Curl the toes under, lift up to a bent knee, down dog, and walk your hands slowly back to your feet. Sit back in the hips and breathe into the middle of the back. Take the hands to opposite elbows, putting more weight in the feet. And perhaps you sway from side to side. Bring yourself to center, release the hands. Use the strength in the legs to come all the way up, and the glutes work as you lift. We'll come to stand at the front of the mat. The option for the playlist, if you'd like to use it, is under the Spotify account, Katrina L Yoga, and it's Slow Flow. We can start that now. Ground firmly into your feet. Inhale, reach forward and up to the sky. Exhale and hinge with the long spine. Step your right foot back, lower the right knee and the top of the foot. Then as you come up, roll your shoulders. We're stacking the sit bones over the right knee with the right glute on. Just getting into the shoulder blades, an area that we sometimes forget unless we practice this regularly. Bring your hands down, step it back into plank. You always have an option to lift right away to your down dog. Otherwise, lower the knees and lower slowly. Pull back with the hands, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in. Exhale, step your right foot forward. The left knee lowers and the top of the foot. Bring yourself up right over your left knee and then start to roll the shoulders. Big movements here. We can find these movements because we're stable in the pelvis. So we're able to find this warm embrace because we're strong enough to find it. Bring your hands or your fingertips down or hands to a block and step forward to the front of the mat. Ground firmly, inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale and hinge. Bend the knees as you need to keep the spine long. Step your left foot back, the left knee lowers, keeping the toes tucked this time. Then lift up, reach the arms forward and up. And we'll bring the arms forward and cross the right over the left. You can bear hug here, so bring the hands to opposite shoulders, or you can try to wrap the arms. Keep lifting and pressing the right foot towards the left knee. Lift up more with the elbows, and then if the hands are interlaced, reach the hands forward. Keep the drawing of the low abdominals in. One more breath. Bring the hands down, step back into your plank. Remember that option to lift if you need it. Lower your knees and lower slowly. Try to keep the head of the arm bones lifted. Pull back with the hands. Press the top of the feet in. Glutes on. Baby cobra, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale and step your left foot forward. The right knee lowers, keeping the toes tucked. Come up, arms reach to the sky. Take a big breath in. Feel the stability in the lower half first, and then bring the left arm to cross over the right as you bring them down. Eagle wrap the arms or bear hug. And as we did on our back at the beginning, think about protracting or spreading the shoulder blades apart to press the middle of the back away from the elbows. Bring your fingertips down or hands down, step forward to the front. Ground into your feet, lift all the way up, inhale. Exhale and hinge. So here's our sequence. The right foot steps back, the right knee lowers, keep the toes tucked, arms reach forward and up. This time, bring the arms out in goal post position. Pull the elbows back and then turn left and right. Left and right. So here now getting into the middle, the upper back, the thoracic spine. One more each side. And bring the hands down and bring them to the inside of the left foot. So we're lifting the right knee for a lizard lunge. That option would also be to have the hands on your block. Keep your right glute on, lengthen more through the front of the body, if you can. On your next exhale, keep the hands where they are, but turn your right heel down, bend into your right knee. If you need to, the hands can walk back some, that's fine. And you can also adjust the left toes, maybe even turning them towards the hands a little bit if you'd like. Breathe into that right side of your body. Option for a block underneath the hands as well. One more breath. As you come back onto your left leg, it's a warrior variation. Left hand or forearm on the left thigh, and then the right arm reaches past the right ear. We'll start to circle the right arm, so big sweeping motion here. Stay firmly planted in the legs. Think about these movements being warm embraces, so feel free to linger somewhere. We always want them to feel good in our body. Now reach the right arm past the ear or to the sky. We're going to lift and turn to the back of the mat for a pyramid. Feel free to take your block with you as you turn. Okay, so we're set up with both legs on their own lines. Left in line with the left, right in line with the right hip. Okay. Bend both knees and shift forward into a lunge position, short lunge position. And then pull back and bend your left knee now. Hands can stay framing the right foot, or they can be more towards the inside. We'll do that a few times, just exploring that, the lunging, and then coming back for a runner stretch. Lunging, runner stretch. One more. Come back into your lunge. Find a twist, the right arm reaching to the sky. And lower your left knee down underneath your left hip. Slide your right foot back. So now the right toes and the right knee are pointed towards the front of the room. The right knee is bent. So it's like a stargazer. Lift up in the right side. Keeping the hands down, walk them over to be in front of the left knee and slide your right leg long. Cat-cow here, remember this from the beginning. Now keep the right hand down, reach the left arm up. Exhale and thread. Reach up and thread. One more time, reach up and thread. Pause for a moment, breathe in and out. Push up onto the hands. Walk it towards the front of your mat, and we're on the opposite side. So with the right foot down, the left knee is back. Lift up, arms reach to the sky. Goalpost the arms. Small twists here. Again, stable through the pelvis. Come back towards the front of the room. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot for lizard lunge. So left knee lifts, left glute is on. Spine is long. Now keep the hands somewhat where they are. The left heel spins down and the left knee bends. So think side lunge in the legs, but the hands are over towards the right foot. Fully inhaling into the left side of the body and sighing it out. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension in the jaw, so feel free to open the mouth and let it go. These are warm embraces for you. Bring yourself to the front on the right leg, warrior variation. Right forearm or hand down, left arm reaches past the left ear. Start to take big sweeps here. Big movements. Right, reach it up past the ear. Take a breath in. We'll lift and turn to the back of the mat, setting up for pyramid. Little flow here. So feet on their own lines. Both knees can be bent with the spine long. Shift forward into a lunge position, and then keep your right knee bent as you pull back. Shift forward and pull back. Move with your breath. Explore this for yourself. Twisted crescent. The right hand is down, left arm is high. Engage the right glute. Lower the right knee down underneath your right hip, and the left leg goes towards the front. The left knee is bent. Left arm reaches past the left ear. Keep the hands on your mat, or bring the left hand down rather. Walk it over to the side and straighten your left leg. Cat cow here, moving the pelvis. Now reach the right arm up. Exhale and thread. Reach up and thread. Last one, we'll pause and hold for a full breath in and out. Push yourself up slowly back to the hands. Turn to the front of the mat. Step both feet together. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge. The spine is long. Bring your hands down, step it back into plank. Lower your knees, lower halfway, and push up. Lower all the way. Pull back with the hands, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale and lower. Locust now, arms by your side. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Now put the hands down. Lift up into modified plank so the knees stay down. And then down dog. Keep the knees bent. Walk your hands back to your feet. Sit back in the hips with a long spine. Feel free to wiggle the hips side to side. Okay. Now, from here, walk the hands up the legs. Come all the way up to stand. Then we'll walk back to the front of the mat. So it's an add-on sequence, changing some things out, but the same sequence. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and hinge. Right foot slides back, the right knee lowers. Reach the arms up. We'll cross here for the eagle wrap. So left under right, eagle wrap the arms. Just kidding. Front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and hinge. Right foot steps back, the right knee lowers. Come up into your lunge, reach the arms up to the sky first. Goal post the arms, start with your small twist. Okay, now come back to twist towards the left and bring your arms in front of you. Cross your right elbow over your left. Eagle wrap the arms. Breathe in. Lift the elbows more if you can. Hand out. Now, come right to your lizard lunge. So hands come down, they unwind. And then side lunge, bend into your right knee. The fingertips can stay towards your left foot. Go to your warrior variation. Left hand or forearm down, right arm reaches past the right ear. Sweep the right arm. And then we'll lift up to a warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Left arm reaches to the sky. Bring it back to your warrior variation. And now we'll lift and turn to the back of the mat. Go right into your lunge sequence. So lunge and pull back, runner stretch. Lunge, runner stretch. Maybe you turn your runner stretch into a standing L. Right? So you lift the left leg and then pull back. One more. Pull back. Now lower the left knee for a twisted crescent. Right arm reaches to the sky. This is different. We'll walk the right foot over to the right. The right arm reaches past the right ear, and maybe you go to the outer blade of the right foot. Stay firmly planted in your left hand and your left knee. We'll slide the right leg back for a modified side plank. Plant your right foot down, lift up, right hand on your right leg, left arm reaches up and over. Good, and then bring the hands down to your mat, turn to the front of your mat, okay? Lift your left knee up. Cross your left leg behind your right for your forward fold. Breathe in and out. And as you come up to stand, the right arm crosses under the left to eagle wrap the arms. If you'd like, you can shift the weight into your left leg, cross the right over for eagle. Nice challenge here, but it's a nice warm embrace. You're hugging yourself with this really good movement. All right, let your right foot come down. Unwind the arms as you slide your left leg back and the left knee lowers. Arms reach up. Goalpost. Small turns, right and left. Hold to the right. The left arm comes up and over the right, under the right, over. Big breath in and out. Lift up more in the elbows if you can, keeping the left glute on. Bring the hands down, runner, lizard lunge rather, lift the left knee up. Side lunge from here. Pivot the feet over to the left, bend into your left knee. Breathe into the left side. Balloon the breath into the left ribs. As you come to the front, warrior variation. Hand or forearm on the right thigh. Big sweeps to the left. Keep the low back long, so you might need to pull more in the pubic bone towards your ribs. Maybe. Check that out. Reach the left arm past the left ear. We'll lift up, reverse your warrior. Left hand on the left thigh. Right arm reaches up. Breathe into the right ribs. Bring it down, back to your warrior variation. Left arm sweeps past the left ear. Lift and turn to the back of your mat this time. The hands come down to frame your left foot or on a block. Lunge, runner stretch. The right knee can stay bent the whole time if you'd like. Option to lift the right leg, putting more weight on the left. All right, now we'll meet in a twisted lunge. The right knee comes down, right hand is down, left arm reaches to the sky. Heel toe your left foot over. The left foot is in line with the right knee. Pivot, or rather lift the sole of the left foot up and reach the left arm past the left ear. Breathe into the left side of your body. Well, this is different. It's a nice challenge. Leave the right hand and the right knee down. Lift your left leg, send it back towards the front of the room. Engage your left glute. Set your left foot down slowly. Lift up for gate. Left hand on the left thigh, right arm reaches to the sky. Keep the length in the back. Okay, as you come up, bring both hands down. Pivot to the front of the mat. Then put the weight in the hands and cross your right leg behind your left for a cross forward fold. Breathe in and out. Okay, left crosses under right to eagle wrap as you come up. Option to just stand, that might be enough for you, or bring your left leg to cross over your right and sit back into the hips. Lift the elbows in line and breathe into the middle of the back. Think about that space in the upper back as well. Unwind the legs, sweep the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale and hinge. Bring your fingertips down, then lower the hips all the way down. Pull the knees in towards you as you roll to your back. And you could bring the hands on the knees, circle them towards the sky or the hips. Bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh and take the hands around your right hamstring for a figure four. Feel free to rock from side to side, or you can always just stay exactly where you are. So depending on how you feel, because we want it to be a warm embrace for ourselves, and let the outer right leg and the left foot come over to the right if that feels okay. But if you start to go and it's not feeling okay, come back into your regular pigeon. We can settle here. Maybe we take the right hand to the inner thigh on the left leg, all the way up to where the hip crease is. You can gently push it away, perhaps reaching the left arm past the left ear. Notice your breath. Sigh it out. Begin to walk your left foot around your right knee to bring the legs on top of one another. And then the knees go back to the sky. We'll pull them in and switch. Right ankle on top of the left thigh, pull them in. Stay or rock from side to side. Allow the back of you to melt toward your mat. Continue to lengthen the cervical spine, the neck. Stay where you are, or see how it feels to bring the outer left leg and your right foot over. Always adjust the hips as you need. Feel free to take the left hand to the inner thigh of the right, all the way up by the hip crease, and gently press. Just a little bit of pressure can do a lot. Right hand reaches up by the right ear. Breathe in and out. So often we think about how we can give our love to others, how we can offer embraces to those around us, like whether that be in the form of an actual hug or actions that we do, gifts that we give, depending on your love language. And we forget about ourselves. We forget that we need warm embraces from ourselves as well. Walk your right foot around your left knee, bring the legs to somewhat stack, and then lift the knees to the sky. We can walk the feet a little bit wider than where they are. Allow your knees to fall towards one another. The back of the pelvis now is resting or finding rest in your mat. A big inhale. Open the mouth and let it go. Wiggle the feet out. Long. Big, one last breath. And release. Shavasana. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Inviting movement in, perhaps wiggling fingers, toes. Maybe you head to wrist circles, ankle circles, maybe a full body stretch. Slowly walk the feet in towards your hips. Stay or roll to your side. Pause right now to thank yourself for taking this time for you, for your practice on your mat. Lift up into a seated position, bringing the hands together in front of the heart. Remember how this warm embrace feels for you. But taking this time to move with your breath and your body with these really good movements, how it feels now to warm your heart and warm your spirit. This nice warm embrace for yourself. I'm so grateful that you gave me the opportunity to guide you through this practice. We bow to ourselves and to one another. Namaste.